Sweden's Saab Gripen E entered the scene and changed the game. This wasn't just another fighter jet, it was a bold challenger, ready to take on the world's best. Saab, a company more famous for its safe, reliable family cars than for military hardware, stunned the industry. The Gripen E achieved what many experts thought was out of reach for anyone but the Americans: true sensor fusion and advanced automation. These are the technologies that allow a pilot to process vast amounts of data in real time, making split-second decisions with confidence. Suddenly, the Gripen E wasn't just the affordable alternative for smaller air forces. It had become a genuine contender, offering high-end capabilities at a fraction of the cost. Nations looking for value without sacrificing performance started to take notice. Military analysts, once dismissive, are now forced to reevaluate their assumptions. The Gripen E's rapid rise has sparked debates in defense circles, with experts poring over its specs and performance data, searching for weaknesses, and often coming up empty-handed. The F-35's main selling point was always its ability to fuse data from multiple sensors, radar, infrared, electronic warfare, into a single, unified picture. This gave pilots an unprecedented level of situational awareness, allowing them to see threats before the enemy even knew they were there. Now, the Gripen E matches, and in some respects, even surpasses, this capability. Its open architecture systems allow for rapid upgrades, and its intuitive interface means pilots can focus on the mission, not the machine. In simulated dogfights and real-world exercises, the Gripen E has proven it can hold its own against the best. But this rivalry isn't just about which jet is faster or stealthier, it's about a new philosophy of air combat, one that values adaptability, cost-effectiveness, and smart engineering over brute force and sky-high budgets. The Gripen E represents a shift in thinking, a challenge to the old order. With Sweden's entry, the established hierarchy of military aviation has been upended. The Gripen E is now a serious player on the world stage, forcing even the biggest powers to rethink their strategies. More than just a fighter, the Gripen E has become a symbol of clever, cost-effective engineering, a jet that consistently punches above its weight, delivering performance that belies its price tag. As the world of fighter jets evolves, one thing is clear: the arrival of Sweden's giant slayer means the skies will never be the same again. So what is sensor fusion? Imagine driving in thick fog, using your eyes, ears, GPS, and a passenger's directions, all at once. In a fighter jet, the pilot faces a flood of data from radar, infrared, electronic warfare sensors, and more. Traditionally, pilots had to piece this together themselves, risking information overload. Sensor fusion changes everything. The jet's computer combines all sensor data into one simple display. Instead of juggling multiple warnings, the pilot sees a single, clear symbol: one enemy, one location, one threat. This isn't just convenient, it's a game changer. The pilot can focus on tactics, not deciphering data. The F-35 made this its signature feature. Now, the Gripen E gives its pilot the same superpower. It's a revolution in situational awareness, and it's no longer exclusive to the world's most expensive jet. The Swedes didn't just copy the F-35, they reimagined the problem. Instead of following the crowd and building a jet that simply mimicked the latest American technology, Swedish engineers took a step back and asked a fundamental question: what if the future of air combat wasn't just about stealth or speed, but about outsmarting the enemy at every turn? They set out to create a fighter that could think, adapt, and learn alongside its pilot, rather than just being a tool in their hands. The Gripen E system is built on human-machine collaboration, using AI to work with the pilot, not just for them. This isn't about replacing the pilot, it's about empowering them. The jet's advanced automation and artificial intelligence are designed to anticipate the pilot's needs, streamline complex tasks, and allow them to focus on the bigger picture. In the heat of battle, this partnership between human intuition and machine precision can mean the difference between victory and defeat. Instead of fiddling with switches, the pilot gives high-level commands, and the jet's AI handles the rest. Imagine flying at supersonic speeds, surrounded by threats, and being able to simply tell your jet what you need, whether it's scanning for enemies, jamming hostile radars, or prioritizing targets. The AI interprets these commands, manages the sensors, and executes complex maneuvers, all in real time. The system automatically steers sensors, tunes jammers, and fuses data to reveal even stealthy threats. It's like having a team of expert analysts working for you, constantly scanning the skies, analyzing signals, and making sense of the chaos. The AI can process information far faster than any human, giving the pilot a clear, actionable picture of the battle space. A stealth jet might be hard to spot, but the Gripen's networked sensors and AI can piece together tiny clues, heat, radio signals, radar blips, into a solid track. Even when an enemy tries to hide, the Gripen E's digital brain is constantly connecting the dots, building a picture from fragments that would be invisible to the naked eye. This means the pilot can see threats that others might miss and react before it's too late. Suddenly, the invisible becomes visible. What was once a shadow on the radar, or a faint heat signature, is now a clear and present danger, highlighted and tracked by the jet's AI. This ability to reveal hidden threats changes the rules of the game, giving the Gripen E a decisive edge in modern air combat. This is the heart of the Gripen's achievement, using intelligence to counter stealth. Instead of relying solely on expensive coatings or exotic materials, Saab focused on making the jet smarter. The result is a fighter that can adapt to new threats, learn from every mission, and stay one step ahead of the enemy. Saab didn't build a more expensive stealth jet, they built a smarter one. By investing in software, sensors, and AI, they created a platform that can evolve over time, integrating new capabilities as technology advances. This approach keeps the Gripen E relevant, affordable, and incredibly effective. The system doesn't just present data, it suggests actions and predicts outcomes. The AI can recommend evasive maneuvers, highlight the most dangerous threats, and even simulate possible enemy moves, giving the pilot a tactical advantage before the first shot is fired. It's genuine decision support, keeping the pilot alive and the mission on track. In the chaos of combat, when every second counts, having an AI co-pilot that can filter out distractions and focus on what matters most is a game changer. The result? A fighter that outthinks not just outguns its rivals. In a world where information is power, the Gripen E's ability to process, analyze, and act on data faster than the competition gives it a unique edge. The Gripen E is a supersonic partner, not just a machine. It's a thinking, learning, adapting force multiplier that works with its pilot not just for them. That's a leap forward in air combat, a new era where intelligence, not just firepower, decides who wins the skies. The Gripen E, on the other hand, is a 4.5-generation fighter. It doesn't rely on stealth to survive. Instead, it's built for superior situational awareness, electronic warfare, and adaptability. The Gripen E is designed to operate in complex, contested environments where flexibility and quick thinking are just as important as raw power. With a suite of advanced electronic warfare systems, the Gripen E can jam enemy radars, disrupt communications, and launch decoys to confuse incoming missiles. It's a master of deception, using brains and technology to outsmart its opponents rather than simply overpowering them. Step inside the F-35's cockpit and you'll find a minimalist, futuristic environment. A giant touchscreen replaces the clutter of traditional dials and switches, while the pilot's helmet projects critical flight data directly onto the visor, creating a seamless connection between man and machine. This setup allows the pilot to focus on the mission, not the controls. The Gripen E has caught up, boasting its own wide-area display and an advanced helmet-mounted sight. These upgrades give Gripen pilots a panoramic view of the battle space and the ability to target enemies simply by looking at them. The result is a fighter that's as intuitive as it is deadly. The F-35 is more than just a jet, it's a flying node in a vast network of sensors, satellites, and command centers. It can share data with other aircraft, ground forces, and ships, turning the fog of war into a clear digital picture. Meanwhile, the Gripen E is a pilot's fighter, now supercharged with artificial intelligence that helps manage information overload, prioritize threats, and even suggest tactics in the heat of battle. The F-35 is the most expensive weapons program ever, and the real cost is keeping it flying. Stealth coatings, climate-controlled hangars, and complex maintenance make it a financial beast. The Gripen was designed for affordability, cheap to buy, cheap to run. Its flight hour cost is less than half, sometimes a third, of the F-35's. That means more flying, more training, and sharper pilots. In air combat, pilot skill often trumps technology. More affordable jets mean more pilots in the air, more often. For the price of one F-35, you could fly 2 or 3 Gripens. This isn't just about saving money, it's about readiness and flexibility. A larger, well-trained force can be more effective than a small, exquisite one. For many countries, the Gripen's value is a strategic advantage. Sometimes quantity and quality can go hand in hand. The F-35 was once the default for NATO, promising seamless alliance operations. But in 2025, Canada shocked the world by reconsidering its F-35 deal in favor of the Gripen. The debate exploded. Cost, independence and local industry versus alliance loyalty and sunk costs. Supporters saw the Gripen as a chance for Canadian jobs and less reliance on US policy. Critics warned of chaos-torn contracts, dual systems, and a rift with the US and NATO. The F-35 is central to NORAD's future. Abandoning it would be a seismic shift. This debate, echoed in other countries, shows the Gripen's impact. It's not just about jets, it's about national strategy and identity. The Gripen has forced a global rethink. The Gripen E's breakthrough is more than a win for Sweden. It's a turning point in air power. For years, fifth-generation stealth was seen as the only path. The Gripen shattered that myth, proving software and AI can rival raw stealth. Now smaller nations can field world-class air forces without breaking the bank. This democratizes high-end capability and sparks new competition. Innovation and affordability are back in the game. The Gripen E shows the future isn't set in stone. Software, pilot-machine teamwork, and efficiency can rival even the priciest jets. The Swedish upstart has changed the rules for everyone. The sky is now open to new ideas and new contenders. Air combat just got a lot more interesting.